Yo, what's up? Here are GVNNaija's top 10 series and maybe some honorable mentions for 2022. Let's go. 2022 came with a lot of fun series from different platforms, and we've done the one for movies that we think are our top 10. You can check that out up here. And now we are going in for series. Now, for series, these are more long form, and you know the way it is for series. You really have to earn the audience's time before we even get to watch, because we are investing hours and hours of our lives on this thing, and some of them are like season 3 or season 4 or season 2 or something. Some are new, right? But depending on what the case is, here are our top 10 for the year 2022. Number 10 on the list is The Boys. The Boys. Now, this isn't of The Boys, to be honest. I think it's the weakest of them all. It had the most hype because of Soldier Boy, and there were a couple of crazy instances on it, and even the disclaimer in one of the episodes where they said none of this is real, but it cost us a lot of money in VFX, just to put out that disclaimer that it might look gory and crazy, and a lot of people even say it's not as gory as the comics, but man, the kind of gore they gave us in this previous season was a lot, right? But then this season of The Boys, for me, I think is the weakest. The fight between Soldier Boy and Homelander and the rest of the crew, especially in the finale, that felt very weak. Even the one during the party where Butcher and Homelander, Soldier Boy fought, it should have been bigger, but then I think maybe they limited the scope, or they limited all that because it's it's a TV series thing. Because when you think about it, imagine, I know Homelander is not Superman strong, there's no way he is, but you can imagine a Homelander versus, a Superman versus Zod kind of situation. That was what that would have felt like to me, right? But then it does not feel that way. I felt like they also chickened out in the finale with the fights. It also felt weak, right? Queen Maeve was left to survive, which it's not bad. I have nothing against Queen Maeve, but you could just tell that the stakes were kind of high before and they just stopped being high. You understand? So that was how it felt to me. This was the weakest season. That's why it gets the number 10 spot, but it wasn't bad to watch overall. Moving on, we have The Sandman. Now, while I know it's number 9 on this list, I think maybe because it's complicated and layered in a lot of ways, and it wasn't just like straight to the point, and maybe it feels like the kind of thing that not many people might get and appreciate as much, right? But then it is by no means a knock against the series. I really like The Sandman. I think it was a very, very good series. I did the review of it. You guys can check it out again. Especially a particular episode, I think it's episode 6 that I mentioned. That episode was just so brilliant, so beautiful. I really enjoyed it, and I think it has earned itself a spot on our top 10 list for 2022. Number 8 on this list is Halo. I remember reviewing Halo and I remember enjoying it so much. See, it's a very big task when you try to convert something from a successful video game into live action. A lot of people have done it and have failed. One is currently doing it and still failing, and I'm talking about you guys, Netflix, with The Witcher. The Witcher series sucks. I said it. I like the first part, the promise it showed. The first season. The second season was looking like it was going to be great, but it fell flat. And yeah, a lot of things. The one that got released on Christmas Day. Oh god. Yeah. So moving out of Witcher territory, talking about these guys, Halo on Paramount Plus. It was really good. I know a lot of people were salty about the whole brain wiping thing for Master Chief, right? And it looked like it wasn't going to be great. But then I'm glad they were able to prove the haters wrong, and they were able to prove themselves that they were able to tell a very good story, because that's what it delivered on. It was a great story. I really enjoyed it, and it has earned itself a spot on our top 10 list at number 8. Number 7 is Wednesday on Netflix. Now, what do I have to say about this? Well, I did do the post on it, so I talked about the post. If you're following the channel, you will know that we've been unable to do videos for the past, I think it's almost 2 months now, but I tried to at least still keep up with the posts from time to time, and that I did for Wednesday. I think Wednesday was the first of a series of posts that I was doing. I really did like it. It was a lot of fun. All the characters was just, they were so much fun to watch. In it, was my favorite of all. Yes, it wasn't without its plot holes, right? Especially even for Wednesday towards the end, given the kind of character she is with the high IQ and everything. They kind of dumbed that down towards the end, and also the fight scene at the end. I mean, we are not here for the fight, but then I think if you are going to put in a fight, you might as well put it well, right? But then the fighters, But outside that, I think Wednesday was really good. It was a lot of fun to watch, and it has earned itself a spot on this list. Now we are getting into more fun and some extra action, right? The terminal list on Prime Video. I enjoyed the terminal list. I don't know what else to say. Chris Pratt. It's really interesting to see how Chris Pratt has morphed from this funny guy in Parks and Rec. See, if you guys have seen Parks and Rec, it was just so much fun in Parks and Rec. I love that Chris Pratt. And I love this Chris Pratt, the one that is doing the actions with the Jurassic series and the Guardians of the Galaxy and the Terminal List. Like, Terminal List was so much fun. Did a review on it, check it out up here. But I enjoyed it, and I think you guys will enjoy it too. Number 5 on this list is Ozark. Now, Ozark completed its awesome run this year. And what can I say about it? The birds, the entire family, Marty, Wendy. Oh god, I just really enjoyed my time watching Ozark. It started from this small story with so much promise. That's finale. Like, I really did enjoy it. It was just so much fun. All the different characters, the complications, the deaths, everything about Ozark is good. Ozark is done. Like, funny enough, I knew about Ozark I think a while back, but I kept skipping till the penultimate season, and then I watched it, and I really was just waiting for the final season to come out. And when it came out, part 1 and part 2 did not disappoint. They were really good, and it's one that I'll definitely recommend to you guys. The Ozark is on Netflix, and it also earned itself the number 5 spot on this list. Number 4 is Reacher on Prime Video. Now, the movie was released with Tom Cruise, right? And people talked about how Tom Cruise is not the Reacher that was described in the book, because Tom Cruise is not a big buff guy, right? You know what Tom Cruise is. If you don't, Google him. But then, I like that movie. But now that we got to see the series that felt more book accurate, seeing this guy and what he could do and what he did in the series was just so much fun to watch. I really did enjoy it. I know it might feel like, is this guy crazy? He's so high on this list that's Reacher, but that's just how much fun Reacher was, and it's one that I'll definitely watch again, and I'll definitely recommend to you guys, and it's earned itself the number 4 spot on this list. Before I get to the top 3, let me do some honorable mentions. One of these honorable mentions is let's just mention it for the sake of mentioning. That's what House of the Dragon. I'm not a fan. Enough said. Really, I'm moving on. House of the Dragon, those of you that love it, great. I don't. But next on the list is Kevin Can F himself. Now, Kevin Can F himself is done. 2 seasons done. Second season got released earlier this year. I remember loving the first season, and I think I mentioned it in one of our reviews in the past. But the basic premise is Kevin looking like a very douchey douche to his wife Allison, who has said, you know what, I'm going to kill this guy. That's the premise. But then, with the way season 1 ended and now season 2 has continued, the way Kevin sees the world, he sees the world like it's some sort of sitcom and is the center of attention. The way Allison sees the world is like the real world without all the color and everything. And the way those worlds collide in the entire series is just so much fun to watch that I know they deserve a spot on this list. That's why I said I'm going to mention them honorably, and everybody just needs to know. It's on AMC Plus. They might not be as popular as the rest, but really, Kevin Can F himself is such a good series that I definitely recommend it to you guys. Also, the person on this t-shirt that I'm wearing, Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan is on Disney Plus. Now, a lot of Star Wars series I've not been liking, right? I liked Mandalorian the first season, and then the second season until they introduced, or was it the end of the first season? Or was it the end of second season? When they introduced CGI younger Luke Skywalker, and I just felt like puking. It wasn't nice. But see, Obi-Wan was really good, because it's crazy that they had to balance the fact that, this happened between part 1 to 3 and part 4, 5, 6, right? So when Order 6 just happened, and then Anakin becoming Darth Vader. So even there was an epic fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin. That's Darth Vader. But they had to do it in a way that neither of them would kill each other because they appeared in the future movie. So yes, while there were no real stakes, because you knew that Obi-Wan would not die. You knew that in the fight between him and Darth Vader would not die, right? Because it was him and Luke that fought eventually. But still, it was just so much fun to watch. I really enjoyed it. I know some people might have not, but I did, and I just had to mention it because it was so much fun. Also, Andor focused more on the political side of the Star Wars universe, because that universe is just so vast. I mean, the galaxy far, far away, it is so vast. But then Andor, you don't get to see that many lightsaber fights and everything, but you get to see more of the politics and the world building, and I really did enjoy Andor too, so that needs to be mentioned. Now moving on, number 3 on this list is Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. And the reason why it's not high on this list, the only reason, and I did review the first episode, I think the first 2 episodes, yeah, up here. Just check out the link up here. But the reason why it's not much higher is because there's still so much world building to be done. But then if you stick with it, I promise you enjoy it. For all the different characters. Yes, you know some people will not die. And you know, there is the issue of everybody looks like they come from the Shakespearean era, and everybody has to give a speech, and how they always have to emphasize some words. You know, like when you want to call Galadriel, you don't just say Galadriel, you say Galadriel. You know, you have to everything has to be all prim and proper and all of that, right? But then if you look aside from all of that, it was just so much fun. The production quality was great. You can smell the money from the screen. You know that they really did not chip in out anything. And it was also a very good story. All the different characters, how everything came together was so much fun. And I am excited and I am looking forward to watching season 2 next year. It earns itself the number 3 spot on this list. Number 2 on this list is Stranger Things. Poof. What else about Stranger Things? I made 2 different videos on Stranger Things for this year. You can check them out up here. But Stranger Things was just so much fun, and we are into the end game now. We don't know when to be released. There's a probability that it's going to be in 2024. But truth be told, whenever it's released, they should take their time and they should do an amazing job like they've been doing. Because Duffer Brothers have been doing such a solid job that I really, really, really look forward to seeing the finale. But enough said. Stranger Things, number 2 on the spot, was really, really great to watch, and I definitely recommend it. Now, number 1 on this spot, drumroll please. Our number 1 series for the year 2022 might be an outlier to most people, but it's definitely worth it. After you hear me talk about it, check it out, and I'm done teasing you guys. I'm just going to mention the name. It's Severance. Severance is my number 1 series. It's our number 1 series on GVNNaija for 2022. I really, I can't emphasize this enough. I really enjoyed watching Severance. If you haven't seen Severance yet, that's no knock on you. I mean, Apple TV Plus, a lot of their shows are not as popular, right, as the Netflix or the Prime Video or even the HBOs. But Severance, here's the premise: you have 2 lives, and it's not that maybe you're trying to hide it. No, but the technology has been developed for your mind to be partitioned, like a hard drive, right? Where this life does not know what this life does. So even if you get interrogated about what this guy does, you just don't know. You don't know it to save your life. So there's that technology that has been created, and the way the story was interwoven. I mean, the season ended on a cliffhanger, the season 1, and I was wishing to myself that I wish I had not seen this season, and maybe it's just when season 2 comes out and it's done that I get to see it. But hey, I saw it, I loved it, and it gets to make it on this list as our number 1 series for the year 2022. And that's it for this video. If you like what you watched, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If there's anything I missed out or any series I forgot to mention, or if you don't agree with the rating, hey, you can give me your top 10 down below. Let's know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Love what goes into these videos. It's good to be here. You guys rock. Thank you all for your support. Looking forward to doing some awesome stuff in 2023. It's been Tech. I'm signing out for GVNNaija. Live long, and you know it, prosper.